Hey guys, how's it going? This is Gabe of Just Two Guys Creative, and today we are going to talk about Glidecams. So before we get started, if you guys want to skip straight to the review and comparison, there'll be links in the description down below. If not, let's get started. Personally, I've been using the Glidecam HD-2000 for the past 3.5 years, and let me tell you, it has been one of the most incredible pieces of gear that we have ever owned. And the reason that it is so amazing is because it's so light, it's so portable, and it's so easy to travel with, and it allows us to get incredible, complex, high production value shots for our videos. From wedding videos, to real estate, to music videos, to everywhere that we travel around the world to get landscapes, this piece of gear has done so much for us. So we were originally inspired by a YouTube filmmaker known as Devin, aka Devinsupertramp. And if you guys have not seen his videos before, he's really well known for humans doing really extreme things, going off jumps, and just humans having a really great time. And in his videos, his weapon of choice is the Glidecam. And that's what inspired us to go get one for ourselves. Since then, Devin and Glidecam have been in collaboration for the past few years, creating the next new Glidecam. And released only 5 months ago, we present to you the new Devin Signature Series Glidecam. Special thanks to our friend Thomas at Glidecam for sending us this beautiful machine. I've been using it personally for the past 2 months, and it is so incredible. So today, we will be going over the new features of the Devin Signature Series Glidecam, as well as comparing it with features of the Glidecam HD-2000. So if you're in the market of purchasing a Steadicam, or you already have an HD-2000 and you're looking to upgrade, hopefully with this video, it will provide you with the answers and the insights that you need to make your decision. Let's do it. So let's start from the top. As you can see here on the new Devin Signature Series Glidecam, the mounting platform on the top is completely different than the previous. You can see that it's much more smaller, it's compact, and right away you can see that it comes with its own quick release plate, which is so incredibly handy when you're doing run and gun filmmaking, when you're using multiple types of gear such as a monopod, tripod, and a slider. It allows you to move your camera from the Glidecam to other applications very quickly and very efficiently. Comparing it to the previous model here, straight out of the box you would have to mount your camera straight onto the mounting platform, which was on this sled here, and you had to use 4 knobs to disconnect it. To have a fast setup, you would have to purchase your own Manfrotto plate and your own Manfrotto clamp. So another awesome feature about this new Glidecam is its adjustment knobs. So as you can see here on the new one, it only has 2, and they're very easy to access, and it's very simple to do micro adjustments when you're on the run. On the previous HD-2000 here, you can see there's 4 on the sides and then 4 on the bottom, just to access the adjustment knobs, which when you're in a rush and things are moving quickly, it takes a little bit longer to make the micro adjustments to get this perfectly balanced. The adjustments have no tightening or anything required. You just kind of turn them. They don't require these locks that the HD-2000 had to make the adjustments. So moving down, you can see here on the new Devin Signature Series that the gimbal is a little bit different than the HD-2000. As you can see here on the HD-2000 that it is not weather sealed, it is very susceptible to dust and water and debris. On this new one, it looks like it's a little more weather sealed and protected. And to be totally honest, we've been using the HD-2000 for 3 years in all different types of weather conditions, from dusty desert to humid climates, and we've never had any issue with it. Right below the gimbal here, you can see that they added a knurled adjustment mechanism, which is really incredible compared to the HD-2000 because the previous had nothing like that. So another cool feature is that this device here, it loosens and you can adjust the gimbal and position it anywhere you want along the Glidecam based on your setup. So if you're doing really low shots, you can adjust it down here and then boom, you're doing low shots. So you can see on the main pole of the Glidecam, there's numbers listed here, so you can quickly move back to previous adjustments and setups. So if you look on the HD-2000 here, the gimbal is fixed, it's stuck here, it doesn't move at all. So when you're doing low shots, I wouldn't say you're handicapped, but it does make it a little bit more difficult to do low shots when you're holding it down here, as opposed to holding it closer to the top. Another cool feature is the handle. And as you can see, it's much more ergonomic and it's much longer, so it fits in your hand much better. If you look at the HD-2000 here, it's a much smaller grip. It's not as cushiony, and when you're shooting for long periods of time, it's really nice to have this extra padding. It makes a big difference. So one of the most incredible features about this new Glidecam is the amount of weight that it can hold. If you look at the HD-2000 here, it was only designed to hold cameras that range from 2 to 6 pounds. So anything from a small point and shoot to probably a full kitted out DSLR setup. But the amazing thing about the new Devingram series is that it can hold 2 to 12 pounds, double the weight of the previous model. And what's incredible is that you can have a fully set up red with a monitor on the bottom. So if you plan on upgrading your cameras, this Glidecam is definitely going to stick with you much longer. So moving to the bottom of the Glidecam, you can see on both devices that the sled is pretty much identical to the previous. This one has a little more wear and tear, but I think they designed it exactly the same as the previous model. There don't seem to be any changes to the weights or the sleds or how anything works here. The last thing you guys are probably wondering is the price. How much does it cost? So the new Devingram Signature Series Glidecam comes in right under $800 at $799.99, and the HD-2000 comes in at $549.99. So that $250 difference, is it worth it? Are you going to benefit from it? I'm going to go through a quick review of the new Devingram Signature Series Glidecam now, and hopefully you guys will have your answer by the end of it. Alrighty, so we're here now at Owens Beach in Tacoma, Washington, and I got my 5D Mark III here, and we're going to do an on-field test and review. We forgot to mention that the Glidecam comes with its own case, which is super sick. So let's get this set up. Now we're set up. All right, so let's mount our camera. Quickly pop off this Manfrotto quick release plate. And you see right here, it even comes with a little handle here, so you don't have to use a screwdriver or a coin. So it makes it much easier. I'm gonna mount it to the tripod mount on the bottom of my camera. So like we were saying before, the Manfrotto quick release plate is standard across a lot of platforms, and this plate allows you to switch quickly between the Glidecam, tripod, slider, what other stabilizing platforms that you're using. The one thing I really like about this plate is that it has labeled, it has little numbers here in centimeters, and it allows me to position the camera exactly where I left it before. So let me see, I'll slide it on. Click, and I usually have it between 6 and 7. And all you do is lock it on the bottom here. And like always, make sure your drop time is 2 seconds. Okay, so I usually like around 1.5 because it's a little bit windy today, so it has more weight on the bottom. And then do a quick balance here. As you can see, I'll show you the ease of using these quick adjustment knobs. My camera's tilting a little bit forward, so all you need to do is turn this a little bit backwards. Boom. It's leaning a little bit to the left. Turn this adjustment knob to the right. So if you're using the Glidecam HD-2000, you would probably still be loosening the knobs required to get to the adjustments. So what I like about this is that it's so quick, it's so easy, and boom, we're set up. That was less than 2 minutes from out of the case. So let's go get some shots. Those are kids riding on the bike right there. So I'm gonna show you guys some cool features about the new Glidecam. As we're walking over there, I'm gonna adjust this telescoping boom so we can get a nice low shot. And let's do this. So you guys can see here, it's nice and low. We can get all the action in the frame as well as have it close to the ground, and it just looks so epic. Great job, you guys. Great job. So you can see just for that shot right there, it was so easy to use the telescoping boom here to get that low shot on the fly. Back in normal mode, and now we can get normal shots. Incredible. Okay, so as you can see here, as I'm panning the shot, it's incredibly smooth. And having this knurled mechanism, it provides a lot of grip for my fingers, so I'll have a lot more precise control when I'm panning left and right. And if I was using the Glidecam HD-2000, it doesn't have this grip here, so sometimes your hands would get sweaty, or just any kind of circumstance where you don't have a very good grip on the main pole of the Glidecam, and that decreases your ability to get a really smooth shot. All right, so let's go get a really fast shot now. So when I know I'm about to get a fast running shot with the Glidecam, I like to make sure that the camera is tipped a little bit forward with the weight so that the inertia keeps it steady and straight. So thanks to these quick knobs, I just turn it a little bit to the right, and then boom, we have a little more front balance. If you turn a little bit more, you get even a little more front heavy. But I don't think I'll be running that fast. So I'm just gonna turn it back a little bit. Boom, we're all set, and let's get the shot. So making that subtle adjustment, giving that front weight to the camera, allowed me to swoop really quickly around the subject, carrying the canoe into the beach. If I was using the Glidecam HD-2000, I probably would have still been making the micro adjustments, tightening all the knobs, and the shot would have already happened. So having these quick knobs made it so easy for me to adjust my setup and quickly and efficiently get the shot. So we're gonna get a couple more dope shots, and then we're gonna bring it full circle with a conclusion and a full review. Let's do it. I'm gonna get this quick lens flare shot. I'm gonna pan up from the woods up to the sun. And it's so nice that I have the weight in the back because it allows me to get a really nice smooth pan up. So in conclusion, this Glidecam here is an excellent piece of gear. I really like it, and I feel that all the features that they added to it are top-notch and well thought out. They might seem like just bells and whistles and tiny little upgrades. If you look here, just the quick release Manfrotto plate, having the telescoping gimbal. We feel that all these extra features will really provide a ton of value to a filmmaker that is always on the run, always trying to get the shot, and the action is happening really quick. Don't feel that you have to buy the most expensive, best Glidecam out there. We owned the HD-2000 for over 3 years, and we had never done any maintenance, any tweaking, any upgrades to it, and it got us smooth shots the entire time. So if you are a filmmaker and your time is incredibly precious, you're constantly on the go, it's guerrilla style movie making, and you plan on upgrading your camera in the future, then I highly recommend getting this device because it has all the features that sharpen your workflow, shave off time, and make your production that much smoother. So I feel that the one hang up that a lot of people have before purchasing a Glidecam is the price. And I feel that the $250 difference between this and the previous HD-2000 is nothing compared to what you will be able to produce when you have a piece of gear like this. You have to see it as an investment because our HD-2000 has lasted us over 3.5 years, and we have filmed countless projects and countless videos with it. And it hasn't shown any wear or tear just in the appearance of it, but the functionality still works incredibly well. Comparing this to electronic handheld stabilizers, which range from $1,500 to $5,000, this $800 piece of gear will provide you with the exact same shots with less headache, less batteries, and much more durability and portability. So which one should you buy? The Glidecam HD-2000 or the Devinsupertramp Signature Series? Honestly, the $250 is not that big of a difference for all the upgrades that you get, but ultimately, it's up to you. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope you guys got some value out of it. Thank you so much to Tom at Glidecam for sending us this incredible piece of gear. We're so thankful. And thank you so much to Devinsupertramp for inspiring millions to go out and get extra smooth shots. And if you guys like what you saw today, subscribe, check out our other videos and tutorials, and we'll see you next time.